Very good morning, students. Today we are going to learn new topic, binary operations on Boolean matrix. So first let us understand what is a Boolean matrix. Boolean matrix. A matrix in which elements are either 0 or 1. So if you are seeing a matrix in which the elements are 0 or 1, you can call that matrix as a Boolean matrix. So let us take here, let A is a Aij, a matrix, and Bij are the two matrices of the same type. So they are of same type. Same type means 2 by 2 means 2 by 2. What are the order of the matrix is there, like that. Same type. So let A is equals to Aij and B is equals to Bij are of the same type. Then these are the two matrices of the same type. So we can get two functions. One is join and meet. So these are the two. Join is represented by V and meet is represented by reverse of V. So this is join symbol and this is meet symbol. So now let us define this join. How we are going to define this join matrix here. So join of A and B. So here I am defining join of A and B. So that is A or B is equals to Aij, Bij. So that can be written as another function as Cij. So this is the given thing where Cij we can get it as 1 if either Aij is 1 or Bij is 1. 0 if both Aij is 0, Aij and Bij is 0. Okay. Next, let us define meet of A and B. Meet of A and B. So I already said that meet, so A and B, that is Aij and Bij. So this we are going to get another as a Cij. So where Cij we can represent it as 1 if both Aij and Bij is equals to 1. 0 if either Aij is equals to 0 or Bij is equals to 0. So these are the conditions to be remembered. So we can, to remember this, we can write like this here. A join B. A join B is maximum of A comma B. Maximum of A comma B, and A meet B is minimum of A comma B. Minimum of A comma B. So whenever you are getting a join matrix, you have to take the maximum value. Whenever you are getting a meet matrix, you have to take the minimum value of A and B. So to understand this, let us take a question. So the question is A matrix. Let A is equals to a matrix 0, 1, 1, 1, and B is another matrix 1, 1, 0, 1. So they are asking us to take join matrix and me matrix. Two also they are asking us to find. Now let us see how to do this. So if I want to do join matrix here, A join B, that is 0, 1, 1, 1, which we are joining to 1, 1, 0, 1. So this can be done 0 join 1, 1 join 1, and 1 join 0, next 1 join 1. So already I said that join, whenever join operation is there, we have to take only the maximum value. Between 0 and 1, what is the maximum value? 1. Here also 1, here also 1, here also 1. So this is the matrix of join. Next, similar way we will do the meet matrix. A meet B. So that can be obtained by taking the two matrices 0, 1, 1, 1, meet 1, 1, 0, 1. So let us here 0 meet 1, 1 meet 1, 1 meet 0, 1 meet 1. So 0 and meet. Already I said that whenever meet matrix means meet operation, if you are applying, then we need to take only the minimum value. Meet means minimum, join means maximum. So meet here 0 and 1, what is the minimum value? 0, here 1, here 0, here 1. So this is the way of applying that join and meet. Okay. Now let us see the another one. Modulo arithmetic. Okay. Before that, we will see the properties. So properties which are satisfied by the Boolean matrix of join and meet operations. So it is satisfied with the closure property and associative property and identity property. Existence of identity is there, but inverse does not exist. Inverse does not exist. So why the inverse does not exist? Because the Boolean matrix is going to take only a 0 and 1 as the elements of their matrices. But if it comes to inverse, they need to take the negative values, but here in Boolean matrix it will not even allow them to take the negative values. So only 0 and 1 are allowed. So that is about the properties. These properties definitions we can take from the text. Next, let us see about the modular arithmetic. New topic, modular arithmetic. So what is this modular arithmetic states here? It is a process of dividing. It is a process of dividing a number by another whose remainder is written as follows. That is A congruent to B modulus n. A congruent to B modulus n, where b is the remainder, this is remainder, and this is the divisor, this is the dividend. For example, let us take this 25 4 modulo 7. So I have to divide 7 divided by 25. See here, 7 divided by 25, 7 3s are 21, 4. So this is the way of representing modular arithmetic. Modular arithmetic. So where this is the remainder, so this is the way of writing the modular arithmetic, where A congruent, this is read it as congruent. So A congruent B modulus n. So we have two operations on this, addition and multiplication. So addition modulo n. First one is addition modulo n is defined as, so addition modulo n is defined as, let a comma b belongs to z naught. Okay. Let a comma b belongs to z power n, then a addition modulo b is equals to the remainder of addition. So a plus b is division on n. Next, so this is about the addition modulo. Next, multiplication modulo. So we have only two types, addition modulo and multiplication modulo. Let a comma b belongs to Zn, then multiplication modulo is denoted by into, so into n b, so the remainder, here we have taken a plus b because it is addition, here multiplication, so a into b is small n, is division on n. So these are the two definitions, addition modulo and multiplication modulo. It is addition modulo and here it is multiplication modulo. Okay. To understand clearly, let us take a question. And one more thing is here, see, for example, if I am saying modulo 5, modular 5 if I am saying means the number of ordered pairs, the number means the remainder will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It means that it will be whatever the number that I am giving, it will be less than 1, means k minus 1. If suppose if the value is here, it is k, then I have to write only up to k minus 1 of the modulos. So this is also one of the property. If any modular arithmetic is there, that number, if it is 5, we have to write up to 4. If it is 7, we have to write up to 6. Okay. Now let us see with one example. Okay, addition modulo 5. So addition modulo 5. So we are taking, addition modulo 5 on z. So now see here how to, here modulo is 5, so we need to take only 4. So that is modulo 0, modulo 1, modulo 2, modulo 3 and modular 4. Here also same, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So here also 0 should come now. So here 0, here 1, here 2, 3 and 4. These are the modulus. So we need to apply the arithmetic. Now see here how to get this modular arithmetic. So whenever you do addition of these two, 0 plus 0, answer is 0, 0 plus 1, 1, 0 plus 2, 2, 0 plus 3, 3, 0 plus 4, 4. You keep on doing the addition of the two numbers as per the rows and columns. If you are getting is equal to 5, then you put the answer as 0. Now let us see, 1 plus 0, 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 1 plus 2, 3, 1 plus 3, 4. 1 plus 4 I am getting 5, I have to put it as 0. So 2 plus 0, 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 2 plus 2, 4, 2 plus 3, 5, which is 0. So 2 plus 4, 6. So 5 more than 1, so it will become remainder as 1. See, why I am getting 2 plus 4 is 6. If it is 5, I am putting 0. If it is 6, I have to put 1. If it is 7, I have to put 2. Remainder will be 2. Why? Because if I divide 5 divided by 7, answer remainder will be 2. The remainders we are writing here. 3 plus 0, 3. 3 plus 1, 4. 3 plus 2, 5, which is remainder is 0. 3 plus 3, 1. 3 plus 4, 2. 4 plus 0, 4. 4 plus 1, 5, remainder is 0. 4 plus 2, 6. If I divide 5 divided by 6, remainder is 1. 4 plus 3, 7, 2. Here it is 3. So these are the modulo arithmetic box. So he is asking us to check the properties of closure property, commutative property and associative property, and existence of identity and existence of inverse. So these are the various properties we need to check on this question. Now let us see first closure property. So he is saying on integers, right? Z stands for integers. So we will check any closure property. So closure property means, for example, if I add 0 modulus 2. If I add 0 modulus 2, if I add 0 modulus 2, I am getting the answer as 2. So that 2 will be the remainder. So it is 2 will be there in this only. So this comes under, it is satisfying the binary operation under closure property. Next, let us take the commutative property here. Commutative property. So commutative property states that we need to take anything here. Here I will take 1 modulus operation with 2 is equals to modulus 2 plus 1. 1 modulus operation with 2. So if I 1 to 2, what is the answer here? 3. 2 to 1, 2 to 1, what is the answer here? 2, 1, what is the answer? 3. So 3 is equals to 3 I got. If you take any number over here, so if I take 3 1 or 1 3, 3 1 and 1 3 if I check, so the answers will be getting same. So we can say that this modular arithmetic is satisfying commutative property as well. Next, let us check the associative property. Third property I am checking associative property. So associative property indicates 3 letters. So what are the 3? We can take any 3 here. 2, Okay, let us use asterisk symbol. Modulus na 2, 3, 4. So first these 2 in brackets is equals to 2 plus 3 plus 4. Now see here. So these 2 I need to prove first. Let me prove this left hand side. So 3 plus 4, modulo 3 plus modulo 4, modulo 3 plus modulo 4. So 3 plus 4 answer is 2. So modulo 2 plus 2 is equals to, so modulo 2 plus 2. So if I add modulo 2 with the given number, modulo 2 plus, here modulo 2 I am getting, modulo 2 plus modulo 2, how much I am going to get? 4. Modulo 2 plus 2. So here modulo 2 with modulo 2, modulo 2 with modulo 2 will gives for us 4. Okay, this is the left hand side. Now right hand side, see first I have to do modulo 2 plus modulo 3. Modulo 2 plus modulo 3 is here, modulo 2 plus modulo 3 answer is 0. So modulo 0 plus modulo 4. So 0 plus modulo 4 is 4. So associative property is also satisfied for the given modular arithmetic. Next let us check about the identity property. So to check the identity properties here, what is the meaning of identity property here? Whatever the value that we are giving, the same value we have to get. So for example, if I am giving 0, if I am giving 1, if I am giving it as 2, if I am doing with 3 or 4, up to 4 only we have numbers here. So this 4, if we are doing the addition, so we have to get the same again, 0, here also 0, so here 1, here it is 2, here it should be 3, here it should be 4. So modulo for 0, if you add what number you are going to get 0 here? 0. Here modulo 0. So 1 with which number you are going to get 1? 0. So always every here it will be 0. So we can say that it is satisfied with the identity property also. So the inverse also is going to exist in the same manner.